everybody! I'm Gabby the Clown, and today I'll be redesigning characters that you, the audience, have suggested. I'll be doing Rosie from Hazbin Hotel, Prince Herneval from I Am Frankelda, and Cosmo and Wanda from The Fairly Odd Parents. Spoilers for all of the media that these characters are from, obviously. And also, despite my cartoonish art style, my channel is not for kids, so if you're under the age of 18, please do not watch my channel. Thank you. Alright, and I don't think I have anything else to say, so let's just get right into the video. First up is Rosie from Hazbin Hotel. I had so much fun designing her. It's always really interesting to look at, like fashion and beauty standards from different time periods. So, she supposedly, allegedly died in the 1910s. Not like a specific date, which is fair, but like that general era. So this was so very, very fun. I love the style of that time period, and just like looking at like beauty standards was interesting too. And it actually like really informed like a lot of what I decided to do with her. Obviously, right? Like why would I be doing research if it wasn't going to affect me at all? But apparently, back in the day, it was really hip and trendy to get tuberculosis because it made you like fit in with the beauty standards more. Like it made you pale and thin, and it gave you like red lips and rosy cheeks and shiny like thin hair. And that was like the peak of like hotness at the time. So I decided to give her those traits. And also I gave her just like a big mouth for her face, partially because it just looks cool, and also because her thing is that she's like the queen of Cannibal Town. So I wanted her to look like a bit more like a predator, I guess, than just like a nice lady with sharp teeth. But I also still kind of wanted her to be approachable, I guess. I don't know if I succeeded. I think I did. Like, I think she's pretty. But, yeah, I didn't want her to be, like, fully just purely scary. I do end up doing, like, a little sketch of, like, how creepy it could be, like, when she, like, fully opens her mouth, like, her jaw unhinges and stuff, and it looks like a snake, or, like, a shark or something, but, yeah, I didn't want her to, like, normally be, like, completely unapproachable, purely scary, because, Rosie in the show is very, like, charismatic and, like, just kind of sweet, I guess, which is an odd thing to say for the Queen of Cannibal Town, but that's just Hazbin Hotel, like, everybody's, got shit going on. But I love Rosie as a character. I think she's very interesting, and I'm very curious, to see what they end up doing with her. I personally, so for my design, I ended up, sticking to, she was alive during, like, the 1910s, and all that stuff. But I personally don't know if Rosie and the cannibals are actually sinners or if they're hellborn. Because I feel like it's a bit confusing, because sinners always look, their appearance is determined by several factors. Like it can be like how they died or like how they were when they were alive. But for the cannibals, they all just look the same. Well, not the same, but like they all have like the same features, which is odd for sinners because they always look very unique. Like even when they're kind of similar, like you can tell, you can kind of glean what their vibe is by looking at them. But with the cannibals, they're kind of just like, they're more like a species, which is odd because like Alistair's a cannibal and he doesn't look like them at all, other than having sharp teeth, but like everyone in the show has sharp teeth, so that's not really, I wouldn't say that's a cannibal thing unless everyone in the show is a cannibal, which I kind of doubt. So, I don't know. I feel like it makes more sense if Rosie and the cannibals are like a hellborn species. But it's still there's contradictory evidence. It's a bit odd. Like, so for instance, the main thing that kind of confuses me no matter which way you look at it is when Vaggie was kicked out of heaven, it was because she spared this cannibal child. But that goes against rules. Like, not okay. I'm not the best at articulating myself. Let me find my words. So, if the cannibals are in fact sinners, then there should not be a child there because the creator said that kids don't go to hell. But if they're hellborn, then Vaggie shouldn't have been hunting that kid in the first place because there's like an agreement that they only exterminate sinners and not hellborn. Unless that rule only applies to Charlie, or maybe that rule wasn't in place yet. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So either kids can go to hell, or they were hunting hellborn. I'm not sure. But, anyway. Yeah, I got a little off track with Rosie. So, yeah, I'm not sure what the cannibals are. I'm leaning more towards hellborn, because they all have that same look. But, like, other cannibal characters that we know are sinners don't have that look. So, yeah, I think it's more likely that they're hellborn. I'm sure it's been explained outside of the show, but I'm not sure. Anyway, here's Rosie. I think she's my favorite of the redesigns I did. I love her so much. I tried to, like, have, the, like, trim on her dress and her hat look like teeth. They ended up looking a little less, teeth-like once I colored in the black part, but, yeah, I still think she looks cool. Oh, and also, the flowers on her hat are a corpse lily, which I feel like the symbolism there is kind of obvious, so, and the second one is a yellow lily, which can represent, like, trickery, or, like, being deceitful, which I think fits Rosie well, because she's very mysterious, I feel. Like, I think she's not being fully honest about who she is. I think, I don't know, the fact that she was able to, like, just make Alistair the most powerful sinner in hell is kind of crazy. Like, I don't know, I don't trust her. I don't trust her at all. But, yeah, I think she looks really nice, and I like her a lot. And yeah, let me know what you think of her. Alright, next up is Prince Hernival from I Am Frankelda. So I have a lot of thoughts about this movie. I'm going to try to keep them focused on Hernival himself. Because if I just talk about the movie, then the video is going to be, like, double the length. Honestly, I think I might just make a video about the movie next month, like, similar to my Wish video, where I, give my thoughts on it, and then, like, kind of talk about what I would do differently, because this movie was very disappointing, because I was looking forward to watching it for, like, months. Like, I saw, screenshots of it, from before it got, like, taken over by Netflix to be translated, and I thought it looked so cool. And, like, the premise, from what I saw, also seemed really cool. Like, this girl is a writer, and, like, the things that she writes come to life in this other world, and that's just so freaking cool. But then I watched the movie, and it just was a bit of a letdown. It was very, there was a lot going on. It felt a little bit of a mess. Visually, it was fantastic. Like, it was one of the most, like, beautifully, like, animated movies I've seen in a very long time. It's just the script was a bit confusing sometimes. There was just a lot happening. But again, I'm going to try and keep this focused on Hurnival. So let's talk about Hurnival. I have very mixed feelings on Prince Hurnival. I want to like him, but his personality seems to kind of change depending on what the story needs it to do. It's not necessarily his personality that changes, it's his level of intelligence. So, like, not early in the movie, but, like, around the middle, early-ish part of the movie, he's very suspicious and distrustful of the bad guy, as he should be, because he is, like, the most suspicious man to ever exist. But later on in the movie, he just fully trusts the bad guy. Well, not fully trusts, but he lets the bad guy trick him with, like, the most suspicious offer, like, I've ever heard in my life. Like, you were so smart earlier. Why are you dumb now? Like, it's just it was a bit frustrating. But from what I can kind of glean from his personality, I like the idea of Prince Hurnival. I like him as a concept. In execution, he kind of frustrates me, but the concept of him I like. So from what I can tell, I could be mixed up because the movie was a bit mixed and confusing. But from what I can tell, he is the type of person where, despite his position of authority, he doesn't really have an interest in being royalty, if that makes sense. Like, he isn't, like, I'm the prince and you have to obey me. No, he seems to be more of the type of person who wants to be respected as a person and not just because of his authority. Which is actually why I decided not to have him wear a crown in the redesign. He still does look regal, but not so much that it's like he puts a lot of effort into it, if that makes sense. He seems to be the type of person who's significantly more focused on results rather than how he's perceived. Like, he's significantly more concerned about keeping his family and kingdom safe rather than if people like him. Because people hate him in the movie. Well, not everybody, but the one time we see him interact with somebody like a peasant, they like curse him out and praise the villain of the movie. And he seems more upset that the person that they died, because they ended up like disintegrating as they were like cursing him out. And he seemed more distressed by the fact that they had died than that they had yelled at him. If that makes sense. I could also be just completely misunderstanding him as a character, but from what I can tell, that's the type of person he is, where he doesn't really care if people don't like him as long as they're safe. Obviously he doesn't want to be hated, but like, you know, results over spectacle. So, yeah. For his design, I just kind of leaned more into the owl of it all, because he's supposed to be, an owl creature. But in the movie itself, he doesn't fully read as an owl to me. He has, like, the eyes perfectly. But I don't know, for some reason he reads more as a chicken. I think it's his legs. Because his legs are, like, they don't look like owl legs. So owl legs, at least with most of the reference images that I found of owls, their feathers go, like, all the way down to their claws, or, like, stop just above their talons. But with Hurnival, he just has like fully like bare legs. They look more like a chicken or like an eagle. And they're like yellow for some reason. It's obviously an artistic decision. I don't know why I said for some reason, but yeah, he doesn't fully read as an owl. Like, I know that he is, but yeah, I think he could just look more owly. So that's what I did. And I gave him a little vest. And I had the I don't know what the word for it is. I think it's a brooch. I think the little pendant thing that holds on his like ruffle neck thing. I don't know the names of these things. I know what they look like. I don't know the names of them. But yeah, I made it like a bird skull, like a gold bird skull. And then the little buttons on his vest are little spiders, which I think is cool. I don't know. But yeah, there he is. I like him well enough. I think I could have probably done a better job. I'm just not used to drawing birds. But I think I could do better in the future with a little more bird practice. But yeah, I like him. And finally, we have Cosmo and Wanda from the Fairly Odd Parents. This was a really, really fun challenge because, to me at least, Cosmo and Wanda are some of the most like iconic and recognizable character designs in cartoon history. So it was like, how does one remake them? How would I redo them without it just being them? Like, does that make sense? I feel like I'm not making sense. It was fun trying to like find like a balance between making them my own while also keeping them recognizable. I think I succeeded for the most part. I'm happy with them. So I mostly just like gave them slightly different hairstyles while still keeping Wanda's iconic swirly pattern, of course. Like, it would not be Wanda without the swirls. And I also tweaked their outfits a bit, and I made them kind of look more like older, because I feel like, I know they're fairies, so obviously, like, aging is different, but I don't know, when I think like a godparent, I think kind of more like, they look a bit older, like, more like middle-aged, so I tried to kind of make them look more middle-aged, I guess. So yeah, that was fun. And I also, so I haven't seen the new Fairly Odd Parents. I watched the original when I was younger, and I remember being like kind of like frustrated that Cosmo and Wanda were just like mean to each other all the time. But then I like rewatched some earlier episodes somewhat recently, like the original, like before it became a full series, like the original miniseries, and they were like so sweet. I don't know what happened. Also, Cosmo's voice was like way different. That was weird. But yeah, I really liked their dynamic in the original, so I kind of like took their like loving affection for each other in that original miniseries and combined it with their personality traits in the final season, which is like Cosmo's odd dumbass, and Wanda is like the responsible one with like she can also have like kind of a temper. So I tweaked them to suit my preferences with fictional relationships. So we have our goofy dumbass and our badass girl boss. Like, that is my favorite chip dynamic, if I haven't said that before. So I tweaked them a little bit. It's my redesign. I can do what I want with them. But I think it suits them. And I also added some purple, or like indigo-ish, to Cosmo. I don't know why. I think it's just because I like green and purple together, so. But I think it turned out looking very nice. So, yeah. I really actually don't have a ton to say about them. I will say that if you, like Cosmo and Wanda and you would like to see, like, a full video on them, I'm not going to make it, because, a creator that I really like, named Athena P, already made, like, a long video, like, dissecting their relationship, and it pretty much, she has the same opinion as me about them, so if you want, like, a full video about Cosmo and Wanda, I would absolutely recommend her video on it. I will actually leave it in the description so that you can watch it, because it's very, very good, and I would honestly just recommend her channel in general. She's very big inspiration to me. So yeah, there they are. I love them. They're so cute. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. I would really appreciate it, and subscribe if you would like to. Next week, I will be making a video talking about the Amazing Digital Circus, like the whole thing. And I'm very excited. I have a lot of thoughts. And I haven't recorded the video yet, so I don't know if I actually will, but I will probably cry, at least once, so look forward to that. And also, just a really quick little update and a very exciting thing. I was given a laptop for my birthday, so that means I will, once I figure out how to anyway, be able to start streaming video games, which is going to be very epic and awesome once I get that all set up. I don't know when my first, like, gaming stream will be, or what I'll be streaming. Probably Doki Doki Literature Club, even though I've already played it, because I was requested to make a playthrough of it on my Doki Doki video. But yeah, in the future, there will be gaming streams. Yippee! Alright, and I think that's about all I have to say at the moment. I hope you have a great day, night, or whatever time it is where you are. Cheers!